All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. A little busy today, but I'm going to try to cover four stocks as quickly as I can today, all right? SoFi, look at this bad boy. Carvana looks about the same. Soundhound and MVIS, hell yeah, that's what I was expecting, right? So excited to talk about all four of these. All four have very strong candles, and it's a beautiful thing to see. You know what I mean? So, very excited. Obviously, I'll talk a little bit about the Fed speaking today. But yeah, Powell came in. Powell did not raise rates. And it seems like Powell is giving reason for us to believe that we actually might lower it. My wife just came in, so let me close this door real quick. And then after that, there we go. It's either the cats or the wife every time, man. But before we go any further and I give you more of my thoughts and opinions, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how these things are setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we are done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe to this channel, share this video online with your friends, comment good or bad. Look, anything you can do helps me so much with these YouTube algorithms, but for real, just being here and giving me your time is so appreciated, all right? So today was a monster day, all right? I mean, I don't even know where to start. Like, there's just so much good on this chart right here, all right? First and foremost, you know where I'm going to start? The last time I covered SoFi, I was wrong, all right? I want to say it was probably in the middle of November. Okay, and what was happening then, right, was essentially the NASDAQ was going up starting on the 30th, right? But SoFi was lagging. SoFi from the 30th all the way for almost the next month was literally going down, wasn't even holding horizontally, right? So we were under all 5 moving averages. I was getting worried. I remember it. And one thing I remember calling out was just this 650 resistance line, right? And again, I'm gonna keep saying it. I was wrong. I thought we would actually drop below 6. So I didn't think it was gonna hold as much, but hey, lo and behold, no pun intended, it held, right? I don't even think that was a good pun, but they both kind of had hold in there, right? But it held, right? And it was able to bounce. Look, I say it often. I actually put more emphasis on these 5 lines because they're computer generated. They're based on to the penny, to the sub penny information, right? And that's way better than these white lines. Even when I move into my better, I don't want to say better because it's, you know, it's just more, right? But when I use the 1 and the 2, it has the same lines. We're all looking at the same lines that I draw. And hey, knock on wood, I'm pretty good at drawing them. But yeah, I feel like these are better. But a line that is well drawn can do big things, and you literally see it on that 651 that I manually drew, right? So yeah, definitely gets us into the moving average realm. I remember talking about this 50 moving average a lot, all right? This 50 moving average stops us here, 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 could not stop us here. And it didn't look like much, but man, going from 7 something to 8 something is a nice percentage. And then just hold the M8, 8MA, the 8 moving average, right? And man, that's what breaking all 5 looks like. And look, I know the RSI is pretty high. This to me screams we want to go to 10. It really does. Now look, maybe we'll come as low as like 860. I think that's a decent guess for a low, but I think we've now broken all the moving averages. Again, let's just look at it, right? I just flashed it, but NASDAQ with a monster break and confirm of this resistance line right here, right? Like a champion using the 8 and the 20, right? S&P 500 flying higher and higher into my golden lines of trading. Like there is so much good, and I'm glad that SoFi is finally following. Again, I wish it started on the 30th like the rest. I think it would have been easier for me to just pile on, right? But yeah, this seems like it wants more. You know what I mean? And look, we are over that little beautiful cluster of 4. There is no 5th. when I click here and we look at the box, this actually, like, this is it. This is, if I count every single one of these, that's not 200 weeks. This right here was the 100th week. That's why the blue line came. We're still ways away from the 200, and man, we are over all the moving averages on the weekly. We are over all the moving averages on the daily. That's a beautiful combination. NASDAQ's flying a lot to like on SoFi, all right? Let's jump into Carvana, and almost the exact same story between Carvana and with SoFi, all right? Again, beautiful, beautiful monster candle. There are some key differences, and again, I'm going to talk about it, right? But we are actually over all 5 moving averages. The difference with Carvana and SoFi, oh, it wasn't. Dang. All right, I'll make sure I comment it. This was the first day over, okay? So I actually think there might be a decent chance we do come down to this 850, if not maybe even 860. Sorry, those were the 2 numbers I meant to say. Today was just the first day, right? You know I need more than 1 candle. That's actually the literal thing I was going to say with Carvana until I realized it's the exact same thing. So look, got over the line, couldn't confirm. Got over the line, couldn't confirm. We're over the line. I need confirmation. All right. Don't get too excited over a single day. Clearly, I just did that on SoFi, right? So you can tell it's a lot easier to say that than to do it. Okay. But Carvana is screaming, I'm over all the moving averages. It's screaming green, 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 red, 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 green, 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 green. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of reason to say this thing wants to get over 50. This thing, dude, I even think I'd draw the line right here. I think 53 is where this would actually want to go if it can break that 47 right there. Yeah, I mean, volume's actually been really nice. There's a good divergence in both. I mean, there's a lot to like on. So I'm gonna combine the chapters mainly to emphasize the confirmation needed on both. That's my thinking. But yeah, there's so much to like. The indices are looking good. Oof. Damn. Red, 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 red. Green, green, green. Look, I am not here to talk about $100, all right? Like, that's silly on a $45 stock, believe me. However, there's a lot to like, especially if we can get some confirmation on Carvana. Dang. Oh, I'm liking it. I'm moving a little quicker than I want to, but there's a lot of good here for sure, all right? Let's come into Soundhound. Soundhound. This is what I was expecting on Monday. This is what I was expecting on Monday. Let me say it one more time for the people in the back. This is what I was expecting on Monday. Look, to me, it's crazy. It's crazy for the NASDAQ to fly the last 3 days and for Soundhound not to. All right? Like, it made no sense to me. All right? Like, yeah, the 100 moving, oh man, this is what I was expecting. There's not a lot more to say. All right? Look, today was a single candle that broke 3 moving averages, okay? We need some confirmation. Like, tomorrow must close at 225 or higher. I will not, and that's even kind of on the low side. You can even argue we probably need like 230. Just give me a little bit more just to make me believe. 230, yeah, give me 230. This is, I have no other word to say except that, all right? We need to confirm for sure. I can't stress that enough, but I like what Powell said. I like what Powell did. Clearly what I like doesn't matter. The market liked it, right? Like, that's what's good. So Soundhound, I hope you saw the video. I think it was yesterday, right? But you can tell my days are like smashed together, right? But this is what I wanted to see, all right? And you can guess I'm going to say the exact same thing. Look at this candle, all right? I'm telling you, I thought we were gonna see this on Monday. There's nothing else for me to say. Like, we had a beautiful doji right there, and again, it's not a green one. It's not like it was a crit. Like, there are prettier dojis for sure. Don't get me wrong, right? But the NASDAQ strength, the way we closed on Friday. I know we were under the 8, but we were at least still over the 100. Man, I'm telling you, I expected a good big green candle on Monday, not this thing right here, right? And I love, what I actually really love is two things, okay? Number one, look in the box over there. The high of the day, 259, was the close of the day, 259. Lovely, all right? What I also really like is we closed over Monday. I know it was we closed over the open of Monday. That's what I wanted to say, okay? This opens at 257 before dropping. We closed 2 cents higher. I know it's only 2 pennies, but it's enough for me to say, yep, we did that, right? I'm expecting this to come to 263 tomorrow. I'd love a little bit more and actually take me to 269. Break 269. Yeah, for sure. Break 269 and we're coming to 290. A lot can happen if this breaks 290, all right? I feel like I've done this the last few times, right? But if 290 breaks, if it, green, 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 red, 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 nothing, 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 green, 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 green. Like MACD is positive, RSI is at a very, very healthy 56. Wasn't that long ago, we were at 80. Wasn't even that long ago, we were living in the high 80s and 90s, right? Like MVIS knows what to do over that purple line. Get over all 5 and it knows how to fly, all right? Give me some confirmation tomorrow. Again, this is a single day. We need some confirmation, but NASDAQ goes up, so should tech stocks, all right? And I say it again, it was an outlier that it went down. It was something I firmly believed. It was nothing more than a random outlier, all right? Some people threw out tax losses. Some people threw out a couple different opinions of why it went down. And I really thought they were all valid reasons, right? Like, I'm not here to argue about opinions. Like, we all have opinions, right? But outliers all it seemed like, and I'm glad we saw today's delivery. And hey, maybe it was Big Daddy Powell and like everyone was scared of him, right? Like whatever it was, glad to see it. We should sustain. That's obviously the goal with all this, right? So let me know your thoughts and opinions as always. Otherwise, hey, thank you so much.